Hello everybody and welcome back to this Vlogmas, and we are almost close to Christmas. I can't wait, and as you can tell, finally I got a haircut which was overdue for about a month, and yeah, and I'm wearing a beautiful Pride t-shirt. That was my Pride t-shirt last year, and comes from Pennies, which if you are an Irish person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not, you may have heard of Primark, or anyway, it's a very cheap, very popular clothing store here in Ireland. And yeah, I sleep in this, I wear it to the gym. It's just like a €2 t-shirt, but I don't know why I'm talking about the t-shirt. Anyway, I have a big throat ache today for some reason, and I don't know for how long I will be able to speak. But as per usual, I am bringing you to my family traditions over Christmas, and today we are talking about philo. So you probably have heard from me this word before, philo or fio, as you would say in Venetian, in my family's language. Fio is a way of spending evenings, no matter what time of the year. But I found that is especially nice to do fio in the winter and for Advent. So let's get into the mood, and it's night time, it's evening time after dinner. It's very cold outside, as per usual. We are in winter at the end of the day, and your friends, family, your relatives come to your house and enjoy some nice food, a slice of strudel that we made yesterday, maybe a glass of mulled wine, and we spend all night chatting, watching shows, knitting perhaps, and yeah, it's just a very nice way to stay together. When it's about 8 o'clock in the evening, someone will knock at your door, and they are all your friends, family, and relatives. Of course, this doesn't happen every night of the week, otherwise I'd be completely gone with the wind, mentally wise, but it happens quite often, to be honest. And we are lucky that my house is the family house, so every spring of the family came from that house and is still, after I don't know many years, seen as the main gathering point. My friends as well come to spend a couple of hours before nighttime, before going to bed, have the chats and watch some shows. It's just a very nice way to stay together and enjoy some time over Advent. But how was it born, this farfio, this stay together? So the word fio or philo basically means to spin some wool, to be spinning. Fio, filare, far, fio means spinning, technically. So in the old days, during the war, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, until nowadays actually, people used to spin their own wool. And in northern Italy happened that, of course, it was very cold, as it is now, and women of the house used to gather in the stables, usually, because was the warmer place of the household. All the animals used to warm up the environment, and of course, was the larger place in the household. If you think we have a sizable kitchen, we don't tend to have living room in Venetian houses or in traditional Venetian houses. We do have the stables that are generally attached to the house. And the stable is very large and it's very full of animals. So people were very poor back in the days, during the war especially. There wasn't much chance to warming the kitchen up too much, to put logs into the food. The fireplace was expensive, and the animals were there and they were warming up the stables, and why not spending the evening there? And then it was very large, so could gather a lot of people. And the women used to bring a chair into the stable and spin their wools for, of course, knitting, weaving, whatever projects they were making. And while spinning, they were chatting, of course, talking about gossiping, talking about new recipes, talking about their daily life, having fun. It was probably the same activity that we do today, but we are watching Netflix. Is the same thing. And slowly the word spinning, fjå, got into the meaning, or took the meaning of gathering together to have some good time, to spend evening hours together before going to bed. And nowadays we still do that in more modern instances, but it's a thing that is very traditional in my area to do. So people used to gather in the stables, keeping warm, spinning wool. Men would do little chores like fixing the... I have no idea how you call that in English, not even in Italian, never mind. Fixing the chair straw thingy, the seat of the chair, so waving the straw to fix the chairs. Used to make brushes out of straw and wigs and all of that type of thing. So it was like an activity that was producing something for the farm, for the day ahead, but as well was spending some time together very nicely and cozy. And I always liked the idea of farfia from these very old times to nowadays, how we do still take this idea of spending time spinning and chatting and do our own things, watch Netflix, have a beer, but it's always, or very likely, in someone's house. Anyway, I really hope you enjoy this little cozy adventure of today, my cozy tradition, and do remember that we have knit along going on. Choose one of my patterns from my Ravelry page, it's down here somewhere, and tag me on social media or Ravelry, or send me an email using the hashtag An Irish Knitting Podcast, and I will see all your projects and I will draw a winner. I know that in previous weeks I have said that the winner will be drawn at the end of this podcast series of Vlogmas, but I realized that the time frame is very strict, and I want to give you the chance of experimenting a little bit and knitting a little bit more, so I will be relaxed with the time frame, and probably the winner will be drawn at the end of January, when we get rid of all our Christmas decoration and Christmas feeling, and we'll be getting back into a normal routine and a normal knitting podcast. And yeah, so you have more time. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.